What is up, friends? Welcome back for another movie, this time with Robert Eggers' The Witch, and I've been wanting to go through his work recently just in preparation for his new film, The Northman, coming out soon, which I'm excited for, and so no better place to start than with The Witch, which is one that I saw about 5 years ago for the first time, and I just wanted to revisit it now with The Lighthouse as well, hopefully coming up here in a bit. But besides kind of the major plot points of the film, I don't remember a whole lot about it, and at the time I was obviously into films and whatnot, but I wasn't super into kind of the behind the scenes or the technical aspects like I have grown to become over the past couple years. And so I'm looking forward to watching it through the lens of the channel and through a commentary, just to kind of dive more into what makes the movie good, because I remember thinking it was pretty good when I watched it initially, but I don't remember necessarily loving it. But I have a feeling that I'm going to enjoy it a lot more watching it this time and knowing a little bit what to expect and whatnot. And so hopefully you all enjoy watching along with me for it. If you do, definitely consider leaving a thumbs up, really helps the video and the channel out a lot. And of course the full-length reaction and commentary for this will be up on Patreon, link for that in the description below. But without further ado, let's jump into The Witch.
What went we out into this wilderness to find? Leaving our country, kindred, our fathers' houses.
There he is, the man that makes Sam Elliott sound like he hasn't hit puberty yet. Deepest voice ever.
Must you continue to dishonor the laws of the Commonwealth with your prideful conceit?
Love the costume design so much.
You be banished from this plantation's liberties. Take your leave and trouble us no further.
I love that we just jump straight into that with the opening, and also that they choose to, or that Robert chooses just to focus on other people's reactions and not really him delivering the lines. It's a good way of teaching us how a character is by seeing how other people respond to him. I'd also forgotten that the aspect ratio was a little bit different on this one. At this rate, the Northman's probably just going to be a little sliver of an image. He just keeps getting smaller and smaller. Amazing cinematography. He's definitely great at creating atmosphere, that's for sure. Not necessarily showing you anything scary, but making you feel uneasy. Such a perfect location for a film like this. I didn't realize how many Green Knight cast members there were. Both the parents.
I confess I've lived in sin, been idle of my work, disobedient to my parents, neglectful of my prayer. I have, in secret, played upon thy Sabbath.
Anya Taylor-Joy really exploded onto the scene, because didn't this come out the same year as Split? She killed it that year.
But I beg thee, for the sake of thy son, forgive me, show me mercy, show me thy light.
Robert Eggers is really good at shooting close-up faces. The image just kind of jumps out. Don't know quite how he does it. Probably a lot of the way he uses lenses, or the types of lenses.
Boo! Boo!
I remember this scene, man. Iconic moment right here.
Boo!
I love how long he does this before the actual reveal, though.
Boo! Sam? Samuel!
Such a brilliant shot. Even now I get chills just seeing a couple of those things moving back and forth. I don't know if I remember seeing something actually running with it right there. Like I said, I forget a lot about this. Oh, so creepy, dude. Just hate looking at that. Design of that thing is perfect, though, with the long hair. Oh my gosh, dude, I forgot how much it showed us of that. Just horrific. What an amazing frame, dude. The lighting is flawless. I didn't remember the music being this good already. Need to listen to this soundtrack more. I feel like I was hearing a baby cry. Did they actually get the baby back? I thought that's what she was stirring up in the forest.
My child, and that was with me with an unchanged.
Oh man, cute dog. I'm pretty sure I remember that something happens to the dog though, unfortunately.
'Tis no ease to rise on a grey day. Thy mother's not slept tonight since. If not a wolf, then hunger would have taken him yet.
Unfortunately, something even worse took him.
Our harvest cannot last the winter. We must catch our food if we cannot grow it. We will conquer this wilderness. It will not consume us.
A strong-willed man right there. That would be a hard situation for sure. Just in the middle of nowhere. Townspeople aren't gonna help you. Always love seeing the effects of different cinematography styles with horror filmmakers. Robert Eggers is very locked off, slow-moving type shots, not really any handheld. Just kind of gives you this feeling of being trapped in each frame.
Was Samuel born a sinner?
Aye. We pray he hath entered God's kingdom.
What wickedness hath he done?
Place faith in God, Caleb.
Asking the tough questions right there. Hard to understand something like that as a kid. That would make you extra sad though if you believed your baby brother was just tormented like that.
I love thee marvellous well, but 'tis God alone, not man, what knows who is the son of Abraham and who is not. Fain would I tell thee that Sam sleeps in Jesus, but I cannot tell thee that. None can.
I do like his decision with this story to show us kind of the spooky villainous character right off the bat, because most people would focus on that as kind of the suspense catalyst for the film, whereas by showing us early on what happened to Samuel, the focus becomes more on a character study of the family here and how they respond.
Dad!
To other end!
Oh, that would be so painful, dude. Nothing is going right for him.
Black Philip, progress out his head! Black Philip, to Nanny Queen is wed!
Oh man, just seeing him play around right now creeps me out. That part was admittedly an excellently done reveal. Such great shots. I love the color grades in his movies as well. Obviously the Lighthouse is mainly just black and white, but adds a very hopeless aspect to it, lacking any color.
How could you disappear? I told thee to keep watch of Jonas, Mercy.
What is the matter with thee? Take thy father's rags to the brook and wash them.
He'll pay me no mind.
And brush out his woolens.
Just taking it out on her, even though it's not her fault that Samuel went missing.
Jonas, leave thy sister be.
She likes it.
Father said stop it.
Thomasin!
Stop.
Stop it!
Oh my gosh, man, everybody at each other's throats. I love that even though they're speaking English, it almost feels like a different language at times.
Be a good lad and get some water for the mother. Straight up from the brook.
Such a good cut. Certainly unfortunate this has to happen to the family though. Especially the kids, they don't deserve going through all this. Yeah, harsh cuts like that always are so fun. Man shouldn't be doing that with his sister. They already have enough problems as it is.
I be the witch of the wood.
Mercy, come out.
I be not Mercy. I be the witch of the wood. I have come to steal ye.
Don't trust her at all. Very smooth title drop though. They fit that in there well.
Mother hates you.
Spoilt child.
Black Philip says I can do what I like.
Devil take your back, Philip.
That was a great line there, knowing the whole story.
A witch. I've seen her in her riding cloak about the wood.
Father showed me the tracks.
It was a witch.
Aye.
There's some good rewatchability in this with some of the lines. The Black Phillip told me so just feels like a throwaway line at the moment. In the moment.
I am that very witch. My spirit slips away from my body and dances naked with the devil. That's how I signed his book. So I stole Sam and I gave him to my master.
I didn't realize how much foreshadowing this movie had. Man, that's unreal.
And I'll banish thee too if thou displeaseth me.
Be quiet.
For chance I'll boil and bake thee, since we're a lack of food.
Stop, Thomasin!
The classic bullying of the older sibling.
Stop thy tears and swear thy silence.
I swear.
You'll not tell mother nor father.
Thomasin! Let her alone!
She she can get real intimidating real fast if she wants to.
I hate me now too.
It was a wolf stole Sam.
Go tell mother and father of my wickedness.
Thomasin.
I hate that pity.
She knows the truth. No way it could have been a wolf that sneaky. It's pretty amazing that Samuel was able to be stolen that sneakily at all, regardless of what it was.
That we may be assured that the Holy Spirit dwells in us. But as we hunger for this food of our bodies, so our souls hunger for the food of eternal life. Bring us to eternal peace.
These shots may be a good example of what I was talking about earlier with how he makes people's faces kind of jump off the screen. He does a great job of lighting the background behind them and having a separate light for their face, so it adds this separation, kind of pushes the character away from the background, if that makes sense.
What's that doing with the silver cup?
It's not on the shelf.
It's been disappeared for some while. Just lose it.
I haven't touched it.
I've caught thee trifling with it before.
Oh gosh, man, that would be awful, just having a target on you constantly.
I haven't touched
Peace, child. He's gone. Did a wolf vanish out too?
She hasn't touched it, Catherine.
At least she's got somebody defending her here. That's awful to do that to your kid, though. She's going through it as well, lost her brother.
Didst not bed them down before supper?
Oh man, I'm freaking nervous. I don't remember what all happens throughout the course of the middle of the film, just towards the end. A lot of activity, man. That would put me on edge. Yo, that rabbit's come back for revenge. I forgot he showed back up. Was there something off about the rabbit as well? I thought that was just a random animal.
We must turn our thoughts towards God. He hath never taken a child from us. Who might earn such grace? We have been ungrateful of God's love.
You've cursed this family.
I mean, it's hard not to sympathize with her. Not too much worse out there you can go through as a parent.
We should never have left the plantation. Children have been fostered up like savages. Our Sam is in hell. We will starve.
Be such a hard thing to listen to. If your parents are pretty hopeless with the situation, hard to have any hope as a kid.
If thou wilt back to sleep and keep silent to this, I promise thee, I'll be back by midday.
Well, let me along with you.
No.
Let me along.
Dude's pretty brave doing something by himself out here. Is he trying to go fetch some food or something, cheer his mom up?
But we did.
Nay.
We did.
No.
Dang, pretty impressive catch. That'll put a positive spin on things.
Cody! Fowler! Hey, Fowler! Stand there with the... Caleb, no!
Is that rabbit a shapeshifter? It must be if the dog always gets upset when it's nearby.
Thomasin!
Thomason!
Caleb!
Such brilliant locations, man. Do such a great job showcasing them. Man, well, what I was saying before makes that shot even more unsettling because it's one of the few times where it hasn't been like a locked off move. It was a little bit more handheld and shaky.
From evil I will turn to thee. None ever shall destroy my faith. Oh God, my Lord, I now again. Oh, help me, Lily.
Oh, dude, not the dog. Man, I hate this. Yo, I did not remember it showing it in such nasty detail, man. That's terrible. Dead trees are such a perfect aesthetic for a horror film. Just makes you feel like anything could be hiding behind one of them. Oh man, that cut made me even more stressed. I was already stressed out because of the way he was shooting that. Felt like a very Hitchcock type camera move. Definitely something up with that rabbit. Bad omen for sure. Oh, he actually found the hideout. I can't believe he's going in there. Not a smart move. Oh my gosh, such a genius angle, almost forcing the audience towards her even though we don't want to go there. Music is so good, man, and it makes a lot more sense why it was showing certain things earlier, because the witch here is playing exactly to his weaknesses. Oh man, that got me. I forgot about that. He really died there. I thought he survived for a while at least.
We're back in a 2 day if any man will return with me.
Tell us why you went to the wood.
I promise.
I care not.
Let me find favour in your eyes.
Child, tell me and I will.
The lighting and composition right now is pristine, dude. It looks so bad for Thomasin. 2 kids disappearing on her watch.
I took thy father's cup. I sold it. Forgive me, Kate. Forgive me, Thompson.
What is this?
Dang, saved her at the last second. He's not gonna be doing too hot lately though, or from now on.
The goat's been bedded down yet?
Let it wait till the morrow. They dare not skate with this rain.
Nay, I'll to it. Please you, mother.
Come hither, child.
Wait a second, man. Was she already aware of the situation long before? There's gotta be a reason she's so eager to go down there. It's gonna be Black Phillip, I'm sure, sneaking about. What? He showed back up? I thought he was dead. What a reveal right there. Poor kid, can't even imagine what he went through in there. But I guess maybe it had just gotten jumbled in my memory, because I remember there being like an exorcism type scene, I think, but I, for some reason, had remembered Thomasin being at the center of it, but maybe it's Caleb. I love those harsh cuts he keeps doing. It's so effective. He was looking kind of angry right there, kind of suspicious. Oh my, so brilliant, man. I love how they did that.
Black Phillip, safe, you are wicked. He told me too.
Damn your Black Phillip. I'd never hurt Caleb, nor thee.
You beat me.
'Twas a jest.
Black Phillip might be the most honest thing here. Who knows? It's kind of fun not having watched this for so many years, though, because there's some things that are kind of a mystery. I was under the impression that she kind of went down a different path later on, but maybe she has been up to no good from the beginning.
This is unnatural providence. Look at my son. Think.
Think what?
Think.
I have no thoughts.
Me on a regular basis, man.
I never meant to be a shoe to thee. I have become as Job's wife, I know it. Since Sam, since my heart's turned to stone.
These characters are so interesting. I love all the dialogue that lets us see into their minds.
I had dreamed once that I was with Christ, and I was so ravished with his love towards me. I thought it far exceeded the affection of the kindest husband.
She's a great actress. Don't really see her in too many roles, but every movie I see her in, she does a good job.
I fear I cannot ever feel that same measure of love again.
Thou shalt have of it in heaven.
Dang, man, tough scene right there. You'd think that he would say something like, I can give you that love as your husband. I love the little pause before he spoke, though.
Peace, thou thing.
Mercy.
And just right in front of your nose the whole time. First time I watched it, I was none the wiser.
No!
Oh, dude, that's so unsettling. Here's where we're getting to the scene I remember.
What's happening?
Take the children outside.
Oh, God. Will you?
Oh, jeez, man, that would be awful. None of the kids are safe.
Christ.
Bro, that's so gross, man. Oh, it's one of the apples.
He's witched.
Did she? No. She get to the devil in the wood.
Then
lie. Managed to keep secret from you.
Oh, here we go, man. Couldn't keep their mouths shut forever.
Let us pray, then we need fear nothing. We shall never lie open to the wicked one. Pray for thy brother.
You must believe him.
Evil wretch!
Some are saying.
Man, this does a great job at keeping you guessing, though, because even having seen this once already, I've still had my doubts throughout.
Which art in heaven.
Hallowed be thy name.
Get on thy knees and pray!
Damnation!
Oh, man. Are they struggling the most with it because they've been so close to Black Phillip all the time? Yo, Evil has a stranglehold on this family, man, taking them all over. What do you even do at this point?
I will fear no evil, for thou art with me.
Dang, that worked, but the other kids are kind of quiet. I'm worried something bad happened to them.
Cast a light of countenance upon me. My lord, kiss me with the kisses of thy mouth. How lovely art thou, thy embrace.
This kid's a pretty good actor, man. Acting a lot older than he seems right here.
My soul's salvation, take me to thy lap.
I love what they did with the camera right there, just moving it in tune with him. He went full preacher mode. Such good filmmaking, dude. I love how long this take is, and especially that there's no music. Just feels like you're there with the characters watching it happen.
He's dead.
Jonas, mercy, get up.
Oh, looks like they're breathing at least, but 2 kids dead in a short amount of time would destroy you. Man, if you want a script to be picked up by A24, all you have to do is make parents go through hell, man. That's a constant theme with a lot of their movies.
I saw the serpent in my son. You stopped their prayers.
They lie.
Caleb disappeared with thee.
I love Caleb.
Yeah, and who then found him? Naked as sin and witched.
I mean, it's hard to disagree with the suggestion that she is a witch if you weren't there to see it.
As I love thee, speak truth.
You asked me to speak truth. You and Mother planned to rid the farm of me. I heard you speak of it.
Oh man, claps right back at him.
You took of Mother's cup and let her rail at me.
I am thy father.
You are a hypocrite.
Hold thy tongue, daughter mine.
Oh man, how the tables turn. She's got some good points. He was putting her through the ringer there for a minute.
You cannot hunt. Thou canst do nothing save cut wood.
Bess!
And you will not hear me.
Must I hear the devil wag his tongue in thy mouth?
Man, everyone is so good acting in this film. Maybe there is more significance to him cutting wood in all those scenes since they brought it up there.
Was there in that goat what bewitched this whole farm?
Lies.
Mercy told me herself by the stream, I be the witch of the wood.
Right!
Again, man, when he switches to some more handheld, it's just so much more significant given the rest of the cinematography. I always thought just the kids were innocent, but they could actually be the villains from the beginning. I must not have remembered as much as I thought about the plot.
I'll not have her in this house.
She is no witch, Catherine. Tell thy mother.
Jonas and Mercy, they made covenant with the devil in the shape of Black Phillip.
Dost hear that?
Now I know for sure she's telling the truth right there. I love that they just hung on her while the parents were discussing.
Did ye make some unholy bond with that goat? Grave pretenders all. I will not play a fool to children's games.
Such a good scene. I love that it's just darkness behind the curtain.
I will smite Jonas as Abraham would have done his seed. And I will dash his skull.
Oh my gosh, man, this is tense.
Please me, Father. No, it's not safe.
If that old Billy be the devil, I'd have danced with him myself.
He has gone full mad. He's been pushed to the limit. I think it's the wrong move. I remember that she survives, but I don't quite remember how the parents go.
Are you witches?
Father think I am. Are you?
No.
Okay, so maybe I was right in thinking she made a decision late. That was a pretty convincing and genuine no. The most terrifying goat in cinematic history. I would not want to be within 10 miles of that thing.
I am infected with the filth of pride. Dispose of me, how thou wilt, yet redeem my children.
Dang, rough watching him go through this. He may have made some mistakes, but there's a greater evil that's causing all their problems.
And I'll lick the dust of thine earth.
Oh, bro, that's nasty. Commitment to the role, though. Eating dirt. I'm sure it's something else, though, for real. Wait, what the heck is happening? Is she dreaming right now? Because I saw that cup, but then the two people are alive, the two kids.
Mother, we have not deceived her. Is that Denny?
Yo, don't trust it. This is bad news. Are they gonna lead her to the woods? They do a great job of acting afraid. There's no getting out.
I have brought a book. Will you look at it with me? One moment now. Samuel's hungry.
Oh, they were talking about Thomason signing a book earlier. Does that happen to be the same one?
Flora? Flora?
Oh, bro, that's horrifying. I can't believe it's in there with them. Where is Thomason? Just insane editing, man. That is so good. I'm surprised I was not scarred more initially. That laughter is terrifying. Was not prepared for that. Such a smart choice not to show us the little shed, but just see his reaction at first. That's scary enough. Oh gosh, bro, it's gonna look so bad for her, even though she was just as afraid. Oh, was Philip finally going on the offensive? Cheese got revenge. That's a pretty lethal hit.
Corruption, thou art my father.
Oh my, what a brutal way to go. Dude really didn't fight back. That was almost the most startling thing so far. Everything is falling apart.
It is you! It is you!
I'm your daughter.
The devil is in thee, and I've had thee.
She's looking more like a witch than Thomason ever has. She's the one who was believing the hallucinations.
Did you not think I saw my sluggish looks to him, bewitching his eyes any harm on the next?
Oh man, bro, just completely spinning it.
You killed that father! You witch!
Oh gosh. I mean, self-defense, but what a hard thing to do that to your own mother. Oh my, so heavy. The noises they were making just get under your skin. Anya Taylor-Joy's such a good actress, but I can't believe having to kill your mother, otherwise dying at her hand instead. The silence is almost just as intense as when the music is blaring. I'm so curious now how she ends up getting involved with everybody at the end, because I don't know how you make the leap from where she's at right now to being a witch herself. How do you even move on from that? Literally everyone in your family died. But to be fair, I guess most of them hated her at one point or another. Oh man, creeps me out so bad. What a wretched animal.
Like Philip, I conjure thee to speak to me. Speak as thou dost speak to join us in mercy.
Oh, okay, for a second I thought it was going to be like, oh, she was speaking to him the whole time, but she's just trying to prove her suspicions correct.
Answer me.
What dost thou want?
So scary, man. This is the stuff that's stuck with me through all the years.
Wouldst thou like to live deliciously?
Yes.
Wouldst thou like to see the world?
What will you from me?
Whoever did the voice for Black Phillip absolutely nailed it.
Remove thy shift.
So cool how they did that, and the final reveal happens. I guess she doesn't really have a choice but to comply at this point.
I cannot write my name.
I will guide thy hand.
Oh, that cut is so effective. Just brilliantly lit in that scene. Even though she was perfectly visible, Black Phillip was just completely bathed in shadow. You could make out some of him, but still couldn't really discern his face. Sound design is off the charts, man. All this was right next to their farm the whole time. They must have been saving these chants, because I feel like even if you're a good bit into the woods, you probably would have heard them. Doesn't seem much better than her family, man. I don't know if she's gonna fit in, or I don't know how you would enjoy that. I love the way they do this scene, and the fact that they hid so many scares and spooks until this moment make it even better. Dump it all at once. Such a wild ending, dude. Oh, I don't think I remembered that. That's pretty cool. It makes sense because the dialogue fit perfectly with that time. Such a good decision to make the beginning part of that credits just silent so you can process what you just saw. I mean, you could take that ending pretty literally, that after her whole family died, she was just kind of pushed towards that more evil lifestyle, I guess. But I don't know if I ever really looked up after the first time I watched it any sort of meanings or explanations on what other things meant. But even without those, it's still a very effective horror movie. There are some scares for sure. It's not like a full-blown horror, I would say, though. Although the shots with the older witch, if it is the same one in the beginning and the one that's in the stable or whatever it is with the kids, those are about as scary as it gets. But it definitely focuses more on situational and relationship horrors that are more relatable and personal, and sometimes just as effective as regular scares, or more effective. But the cast of this is so good, and for it being such a small one as well, they really carry the film, because you're just focusing on that family the entire time, but you never feel bored of just a couple people always focusing on the same ones. They're also interesting and fleshed out in different ways that all their stories keep the film going, even though it's not the longest film or anything, and all the technical aspects are just top notch. And I think this is like his first big film, right? Robert Eggers. He's probably done maybe some shorts or some other lesser known stuff before this, but this is the one that kind of catapulted him onto the scene, if I remember correctly. Definitely interesting though how we're watching these characters attribute certain reasoning to all their different problems when in reality it was nothing like what they were thinking. But there's definitely a lot of different things you can take from each of the characters' responses to the situations. Like the dad was always refusing to acknowledge certain things or putting the blame on other people when in reality he never acknowledged his own mistakes, and that ended up being part of his downfall. But they're certainly interesting characters to dig into and discuss. And unlike some of the other films that I initially did commentaries for the channel that I was like huge fans of already, this one felt almost as much as like a regular reaction because I really didn't remember a whole lot except some of the big stuff. It was fun to rewatch it though because I was still kind of kept guessing for a little bit. Well, I can confidently say I have a lot more appreciation for The Witch the second time around. It was great to revisit this and just remind myself how good the filmmaking behind it is, but the storytelling as well is equally fantastic. Such a good character study for each of the individual family members. Even the kids who don't have a whole lot of dialogue scenes aren't featured as much as Thomason or the parents still have compelling stories, and each one of them is a cautionary tale in one way or another. But this has certainly made me a lot more excited to check out The Lighthouse again, as well as I continue to prepare for The Northman coming out. But I hope you all had a great time watching along with me. I'm really looking forward to your thoughts on the film and any interpretations you have about the story or the characters, because there's certainly a lot that you could dive into and take from it. And so if you did enjoy, definitely consider leaving a thumbs up. Really helps the video and the channel out. And of course, the full-length reaction is available right now on Patreon. Link for that in the description below. But until the next movie, look forward to seeing you all later. Peace.